Hey YouTubers, we've got ourselves a new purchase, unboxing a Hi-lux, let me see, it's a Leatherwood 1x30 red dot technical sight with integral mount and rubber. It's the model ES1x30TP. This is my cat bugging the camera. Okay, comes with a lens cleaning rag, extra battery, some instructions. I believe there's already a battery in it. Let me get rid of the kitty. Okay, I got rid of my cat, Psycho dog. Thinks he's a dog. Okay, so it looks like it takes a CR2032 3-volt lithium-ion battery. Small cloth. This is the 1x30. They had a almost the same exact thing in a 1x50. What I want to do is be able to put a 3x magnifier behind this, and I thought that the 1x50 might be a little bit high for the one I had in mind. This does come with flip-up covers, front and back. They're already dirty. And again, I think that's a 30mm objective lens. This has got settings for 1 through 11 for the red dot. And it's funny because if I look at the red dot that's in there, I think it's a 4 MOA red dot. But if you look in there, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that red dot. You got a pretty decent one. I've got it set at 11 there so you can see it. And it flips right around to 0. I don't have to go back all the way around again. It has adjusters for up, down, left, right. It's good. It's got an arrow for up, and each click is equal to 1 inch at 100 yards. So I believe, I'm not sure, is that 1 MOA? So looks like a very nice, supposed to be waterproof, but once again, made in China. Aren't they all? It's got that very red tint to it. Just want to double check here. So 1x30. Field of view is 52 feet at 100 yards, which isn't too bad. Unlimited eye relief. And it's funny, I wear glasses, so what I find is if I look at the sight without my glasses on, it is totally out of focus because I'm basically looking at infinity. So I have to wear my glasses to be able to see the dot in focus. Length is 4.5 inches. Weight is about 4.3 ounces. And yes, the adjustment is 1 MOA. Windage and elevation adjustments. And this should be pretty easy to mount onto the gun. We'll do that now. I've got my little beauty here, my SIG 522, that we're going to throw this on. And again, I don't want to take these sights off, so hopefully we'll be able to co-witness that red dot at the same height. Otherwise, I'll have to go out and buy a riser to get myself to the point where I can mount it without, or mount it with a riser or without a riser, depending on what I need to do. Okay. I believe it's just going to go on there without issue. I just got to loosen this guy up a little bit more. Get that rail way out there. And drop you on there. And again, I'm looking at probably putting on a 3x magnifier behind this, and the one I was looking at looked like it was at a higher higher elevation than this. So my concern is that I'm going to run into issues where the elevation will not be correct. The height between the two, they won't line up. I'm going to need to figure that out. I might actually have to remove this back sight. But again, this rail extends all the way up this Picatinny, so I might be able to mount this up here and mount my magnifier behind it. So let me see if I can get this mounted on there without issue. Hold on a second while I figure this out. I'd never mounted anything on a Picatinny before, so it's okay. I got this guy mounted. No problem. A little bit far forward. But again, the thought when I purchased this was it has the clear covers. Okay, so I can flip up the front cover. You know, that's great. But as far as the back cover, and again, these covers are clear, so my thought was if I got a magnifier, I probably would have the magnifier up close enough to this where I might not be able to flip this back cover up. It depends on where these are set on the rifle. So the other thing I noticed is that this scope is, this red dot is perfect. It's perfect co-witness right through the sights. So this works out really well. It works out well now, but when I put on the magnifier, I might run into issues. So my assumption is, and maybe you guys know better than me, is am I going to have to put a 1-inch riser on here and actually make this, or a 7/8 riser, and mount both the magnifier and the red dot above the sights at that point once I magnify the image. My assumption is that's what I'm going to have to do. Not sure, but I will figure it out in the near future. I think that's all I wanted to say about it. I've got to take it out to the range. Hopefully I'll show you tell you some feedback and show you some of my targets after I've shot this thing once or twice. I know my wife is much better at shooting this than I am. I tend to be 5 inches low every time I shoot this thing. I have to aim 5 inches above target to hit it dead on. My wife says she doesn't have that issue. She fires bang dead on every time. So again, I hope you guys found this useful. At least this scope mounted on the SIG 522. Again, Hi-lux Tactical M30 1x30 millimeter red dot sight. And again, it is a beautiful little red dot sight. I need to get it out in different light conditions to actually find out, you know, how does this work in daylight, and how does this work in well, of course it's going to work great in darkness, but how's it going to work in daylight? Thanks for watching. I hope to give you more feedback in the near future.